when their guy plays some games.
Alright, hi y'all, Weather Guy here. We are back with more Bob Is You. Last time, we found our way here towards these bonus levels, the hidden path. But towards the end of the recording, I made the grave mistake of going all the way back to the first, bonus world, right? So I spent the past couple of minutes navigating back to here. Off camera. But we're back. We're gonna do hidden path, or we're gonna at least attempt to. I got a very brief look at this level last time, but retained nothing. I just got an idea of how much of a pain it was gonna be. Okay. So what do we have? We have a flag up here. We have level is down. That's interesting. Okay. We also have an is rock and an is blank over there and an empty. Oh god. Skull is defeat. We have a flag is win here with a rock in between. Rock and cloud is stop. Okay. Me is you, level is level. So we can't transform the level. Okay. Where do we begin? Right? I mean, the first instinct is to turn this off. Do this. Right? That lets us do flag is win. But we don't have a way to get there yet. We can do level is belt. I don't know what that'll do for us. Nothing, because level is level. I think it's actually going to be level is shift. And then we have to navigate around everything after we shift the level around. Oh, that's a problem. Let's make sure we get there in the right amount of moves, I guess. Okay. So, new idea. We push it in there. We gotta make our sentence not lined up, otherwise we can't push it in there. But I think if we... Also, it's interesting we have the defeat down there that's exposed at the bottom. But I think, actually, we can't really do all that. We have to just put one thing there. I think this might be close enough. If we instead... Actually, maybe we can. Hang on. Do this. 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 There we go. I feel like there may be more to that. That's what we got so far. Let's do this one. I guess I'll go ahead and say now, let me know if there's an alternate solution that I need to do on Hidden Path. It felt like there might be. Triplets. Okay, we have word is. We have Baba is you. We have hot down there. Skull is defeat, wall is stop. I don't know what the other solution could have been on that last level though, because we did have level is level, and I don't think there was a way to bypass that rule. But okay. Skull is defeat, wall is stop. We have an is float over there. Ice is melt, has flag. Ice has flag. Flag is win. Rock is pull. So that means we can do this. Okay. Flag and ice is float. So there's a lot going on here. Also, don't forget we have this word here and the is and a free Baba, which we can transform too because Baba is you is here and there's not a Baba is Baba anywhere. We could even become the rock if we needed to. Also worth noting, we don't have any other nouns we can put here for is float besides Baba. But I think what we will do is probably have to have Baba's word and then slap a Baba up here. Right? Seems like what it's gonna be. And we'll have to float to get above those skulls in the bottom right corner. So let's go ahead and try something like that. Curious why we have all these walls down here too, like the random ones. Like what exactly the purpose is for those, but I'm sure we'll find out. I want to push up the Baba is you sentence though if I can. Try to line these nerds up a bit. Guess I can just do this. There we go. Just do that, and then there we go. I'm also really curious about why we have 3 Izzes available. Makes me nervous. I think we're gonna have to set up 2 different Babas to be part of a sentence. And we're gonna have to have it all constructed very specifically down here somewhere. But the first instinct is to just do this, right? But another issue you immediately see is if we ever try to go right a couple times, we hit that. See? So how do we avoid that? Maybe we have to put an is up there, right? These go on top of each other, don't they, the Babas? Yes, okay. So maybe we need to put a couple words up there. Maybe we need to put... Well, rock is push, isn't it? Do we need to pull the rock anywhere, I wonder? We can't pull it through all of this. It's also curious that we have this little indent here, kind of, right? But my instinct tells me that we have to sort of almost sacrifice a Baba to pull the rock up there, right? Because it doesn't seem like we're going to be able to pull the rock all the way through the maze. Seems like we're going to have Baba as hots at some point, so we're going to lose a Baba there. I think we just have to do this. No, that doesn't work. Because as you see, we die. So is it a case of having 2 Babas here? Gosh, I keep pulling it all which way because I keep accidentally stacking up my Babas. But it seems like it might be a case of this. Gotta get them right next to each other though, like this. Still screws it. What else could it be? Skull's not melt, so we can't get rid of it that way. We definitely need Baba's float there, which means we need a Baba there. I think we have to find a way to block off. Man, do we just use our Izzes there? But then what do we use the rock for? Right? Just go ahead and put one in there. And then can we pull the rock? See, if we try to pull the rock though, we end up the same sort of situation where we die right as we pull it to where we need it to go. You see what I mean? We don't get that last pull in on it. Because we definitely need... Maybe we put Baba's U up there. But I guess my question is, what's with the rock, right? Let's think. So if we put an is over here in the right skull, then we put Baba is you there. That's still not quite what we need. Because I was wondering if we could get Baba to stick out by 1. And then we have Baba's word right here. Right? But we'll be short 1 is, I think, with that plan. I think. And we need Baba as you to be all the way over there anyway if we want to do Baba as float. But I think... Okay, so what happens if... I'm wondering what happens if there's a way to do this where we have where it's like Baba's word and Baba's word, right? And then it sort of sticks. Does not. Okay. Yeah, we really need that. We gotta figure out how to make Baba float consistently, right? It's something to do with these random walls down here too, I'm pretty sure. And figuring out what to do with the rock. It being pull only is very problematic. It really is. Only there's a way to just get it in there. Because it's not something where we can do like this. Yeah. And again, we just get... Yeah. There's a way to stack it on top of the rock. That wouldn't work. That doesn't happen. There's just gotta be a way where we block that off safely, and I don't think it's where we use two is's, you know? That just doesn't seem right. But I'm just gonna try it. You know? I trapped myself with a rock like a dummy. No? Okay. There's one is. Let's grab this other is. And then we're just gonna have to figure it out. You know? There. Gosh, I keep getting these nerds stacked up. It's very interesting that we have the is you available, you know? That's very interesting, because we don't have any other nouns, so the only reason why we would have it is if we could do Baba is you, right? But it's like, why, you know? This might work, though. Hang on. Oh, this is kind of bad, though. We have to, like, put this up here, I think? Yeah. Yeah, we had to make Baba float, don't we? Or we have to pull the rock in. And that's why we have the rock. Right? Now it's stuck there. Now we can do this. Now we can potentially do... Baba is hot. Oh. It's too separated. We need to have the Baba's you stuff further down. We have to redo this. Hang on. We gotta get all the Babas together. I was doing so good. Okay. So let's get them more lined up. If we can. I think all we really need to do is just like Do this. Dang it. Struggling to get these separated in a decent way. Okay, I think this is okay. Okay, now we get them together again like this, and then we push it all down, I think. And now, next time we just have to push over the stuff. So I think if we just... Then we just send one Bob over there to be sacrificial. Like this. Use the other Baba to go do stuff. Get it through here. It's through, and then we just turn this to hot. Oh, I see. It has to float too because the ice is floating. Oh, that's annoying. That is a problem. It's actually a big problem. How do we do this? Oh, we were close. We got to this point and we realized the issue, right? How do we have to be word and hot and you all at once. We have to have 3 sentences going. Which we can do. Which we can do. I believe. Gotta back up a little bit further, even further. But it has to be shaped differently, actually. It has to be like... What? I had it in my head a second ago. A Baba right here. Making it is hot, but we can't quite do that the way it's shaped right now. Do we need to reshape this sentence before we do anything else? And utilize those extra is's? Maybe? Because ideally what I think we want is we want the you and the word to be swapped. You know? And we don't have anything to like automate this process either. We don't have like a move keyword somewhere. But yeah, what I'm envisioning is we have Bob, like a actual Baba here, and then is hot right below it. That doesn't quite work because we have the is word over there, fudging it up. So, how do we do this? Is there a way to utilize these walls to make that work? Maybe. I'm not sure. I'm just sort of staring at it, trying to think of an idea. It's very, I mean, just these walls are very weird. We need to swap the position of the you and the word. How do we do that? I think we have to have everything there together. Yeah. I think I just gotta do a restart. Because we need to first elevate this, I think. Right? Actually, maybe we don't. Yeah, I think we need to elevate it just for momentarily. And then we can do... this sort of thing. And then this lets us do this, the Baba's You here, which would let us sort of try to manipulate this, right? Like if we say move down, then we're okay. But we have to set it up in a way where everything else moves, but this first sentence doesn't move. So it has to be set up like on top over here or something. Oh, that's very tricky. Maybe that's what the corner is for, actually. We set up Baba's You up here in the corner. Then we aren't able to make that other sentence here that we were thinking about. But this seems like a start to do something like this. And then move the other Babas around and stuff, you know? But it's very hard because as soon as you move sideways, we're screwed. Huh. I think there's some very finesse way of doing this that I'm not exactly seeing. I think we need to like... Because as soon as we like do anything weird, it all gets fudged up big time, you know? Baba is Baba, that's fun. This is kind of an interesting formation right here. Actually. Is this something we could do? Like, but put this over the wall to the bottom right corner, like this sort of in shape. And then is there a way to make it work later on, right? I don't think so. Yeah, I think we still only have 2 ises to use. Let's remember that. Whenever we finish this, we should only be using 2 ises, so. But we gotta swap the U and the word somehow. If we do this, we're screwed, yeah. That screws us too. Yeah, we're in a quandary here. Is it safe to go all the way down? Can't go over though. Gosh, I gotta figure out what the setup is before we do anything. I gotta figure out what exactly the maneuver would be, you know? And it's very complicated, but I'm like 90% sure I'm on the right track generally here. You know what I mean? Like, there's not that many variables to work with. I'm fairly confident, but it's figuring out how to make it all work that's the problem, you know? Oh, this is such a pain. And I know we gotta use these walls somehow, but I have such a hard time wrapping my brain around them. They're tough. They're tricky walls. Let's see. So if gosh, I don't even know where to begin actually now. Because another thing is these are kind of spaced far apart where it seems like you wouldn't use both of them with the same pattern, right? We could also potentially use the rock somewhere in here to stop movement temporarily before we move it back up. That's also an idea, right? To sort of lock in a Baba somewhere for a bit, you know? Maybe that's something we can consider. Because, like, let's say we just slide a rock in right here. And now we have this right here. All of a sudden, we're good as long as we don't move up, which is pretty solid, you know? Like, we can move down, and that's not actually, as soon as we move down, we're away from the rock. This enables us some sideways movement for a moment. So maybe if we have the right setup after that, we can potentially do something, right? Is it gonna be like trying to visualize it, but like moving these two over a couple times? No, because then we're gonna lose the is you while we're doing that. We're gonna use the lose the Baba is you stuff. Very tough. Don't want to do all. No. Oh my god. Okay. So where do we want all this? We want these two guys sort of separated a bit. Not like that though. We want them just far away from our guy, so we want to do like this. There we go. That's more of what I was thinking. And then maybe a little bit of this. Okay. So now if we do this and we end up going sideways, what happens, right? I think we just get screwed. We're also like one off on this. Oh no, we're not. We're okay. So these need one more space, I think? Is this right? No. We need to close it by 2 spaces. Okay, so we need to do like this. If we do this, Simmons is still alive. What can we do though? Because again, as soon as we start, we can move that sentence up, right? No, we can't. We try to move that bottom sentence up, we're screwed. We didn't really accomplish anything there. Well, if we... Well, all we did was slide everything over, which is probably not useful. I don't see how this would actually help us. Dang it. I don't know how to make this work. There's definitely a way to make it work, but I'm having such a hard time visualizing it. And again, what I'm trying to do is just swap the U and the word around and have a Baba temporarily fill in as the is you part, you know? While we're doing the swapping. But that's hard because as soon as you start swapping stuff around, you lose the Baba is word as well. So maybe I am off base here and that's actually not a possible way of thinking of this. But we're just missing one detail, I think, then we got it. But we're gonna have to figure it out next time. But we did a level today, which is good. We're at 218 of the wisps, and we still have to find one more orb. So we're close. We're getting there. Let's take a gander at this one real quick as well. This one looks cool. Oh. We'll see. But yeah, next time we're going to try to tackle these 2 levels. And then we still have to figure out the level is win in the bottom right corner. And then we have to figure out how to get to the white flower in the bottom right corner. And I think that might be all the levels for this area. Maybe. Not totally positive, but I think so. Yeah, that's all I got. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all are amazing. Make sure you take care of yourselves. Make sure you take care of others, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.